The Boy in the Box. On February 25th, 1957, a man driving along a quiet road outside Philadelphia noticed something strange lying in the bushes. At first, he ignored it, thinking it was just another box of discarded trash. But days later, curiosity got the better of him. He returned to take a closer look. Inside the cardboard box was the body of a young boy. The child appeared to be between 4 and 6 years old. He had light blonde hair, blue eyes, and looked as though he had recently been given a haircut. There were bruises across his body, showing he had suffered before his death. Yet no one knew who he was. Police quickly sealed off the area and launched a massive investigation. Detectives searched for fingerprints, interviewed nearby residents, and checked every missing child report they could find. Nothing matched. The cardboard box had originally been used to ship a baby bassinet, but tracing its journey led investigators nowhere. The boy's clothes had no labels, making it almost impossible to identify where they came from. Newspapers across America published the boy's picture, hoping someone would recognize him. Thousands of people called with tips, but every lead ended in disappointment. As the weeks passed, one terrifying question remained: who was this little boy? Months turned into years, but the mystery only grew deeper. Detectives followed thousands of leads. They interviewed neighbors, questioned families, and searched orphanages across the country. Every possible clue was investigated, but none revealed the boy's identity. Then, in the 1960s, a woman known only as M came forward with a shocking story. She claimed the little boy had been secretly adopted by her abusive parents. According to her, he was constantly mistreated, locked away, and rarely allowed to leave the house. One night, she said, he died after a violent beating. She told investigators that his body was placed inside a cardboard box and abandoned along the roadside. Her story included details that seemed to match evidence from the crime scene. She even described the box and the area where the boy had been found. But there was a problem. There was almost no physical evidence to support her claims. Many detectives believed parts of her story, while others thought it was simply too inconsistent to be trusted. Without proof, the investigation reached another dead end. As the decades passed, the case became one of America's most famous unsolved mysteries. New detectives took over. Old evidence was carefully preserved, and advances in forensic science gave investigators hope that one day the truth would finally be uncovered. They had no idea that the biggest breakthrough was still decades away. For more than 65 years, the little boy remained nameless, but investigators never gave up. In 2022, detectives used advanced DNA technology to re-examine evidence that had been preserved since 1957. By comparing genetic information with public records and family trees, they finally uncovered the child's identity. His name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. For the first time in over 6 decades, the little boy known only as the Boy in the Box had his name back. The announcement made headlines around the world. People who had followed the case for years finally had one answer, but the biggest question still remained: who killed Joseph? Investigators believe there are still people who may know the truth. Although several theories have been explored, no one has ever been charged with his murder. Today, the case is still officially unsolved. Joseph finally got his name back, but he still hasn't received justice. Maybe one forgotten memory, one hidden document, or one witness who decides to speak could finally solve one of America's most heartbreaking mysteries. What do you think happened to Joseph Augustus Zarelli? Let me know in the comments. and subscribe for more true crime and unsolved mysteries.